Dijonai Carrington's journey through the world of basketball is not just the story of a gifted athlete rising through the ranks. It is the story of resilience, of legacy, of a young woman who has learned that the heart is just as important as skill, and that setbacks can be the very fuel that propels greatness. To understand her is to understand the power of determination and authenticity in a sports landscape that often demands both conformity and perfection. Carrington has never been about fitting neatly into expectations. She has always been about breaking them. Her career, her personality, and her legacy are living proof that belief and persistence can turn any obstacle into an opportunity. Born into a family where competition wasn't just encouraged but lived, Dijonai grew up in an environment that was destined to shape her. Her father, Dijonai Carrington, played in the NFL, and her mother, Vicky, also carried her own background in athletics. Her siblings, too, pursued sports at high levels. In such a household, discipline was more than a value, it was a daily rhythm. She saw firsthand what it meant to commit to a craft, to sacrifice for a dream, and to carry the weight of high expectations. Yet while many children of athletes might shy away from that pressure, Dijonai embraced it. She wanted to forge her own path, to take the lessons instilled in her at home and channel them into something uniquely hers. From an early age, basketball became her language. At Vista Murrieta High School in Murrieta, California, she established herself not just as one of the best players in her area but one of the top recruits in the country. Her game was marked by explosiveness, versatility, and toughness. She could score at will, rebound ferociously, defend multiple positions, and lead with energy. But beyond the box score, what set her apart was her intensity. Even as a teenager, she approached every game as though it mattered deeply. Her dominance was undeniable, but so was her leadership. She inspired her teammates, raised the level of competition around her, and became the kind of player who left an imprint on every contest. Her performances at Vista Murrieta earned her recognition on the national stage. She became a McDonald's All-American and one of the most sought-after recruits of her class. When it came time to make her college decision, she chose Stanford University, a program synonymous with excellence, tradition, and relentless competition. It was not a safe choice, it was a bold one. Stanford's roster was stacked with talent, and the expectations were immense. But Carrington was never interested in comfort, she was interested in challenge. At Stanford, she quickly proved she belonged. Her athleticism gave her an edge, and her versatility made her a weapon for head coach Tara Vanderveer. Carrington could attack the basket, pull down rebounds, and guard some of the best players in the country. She played with fearlessness, embodying the toughness that Stanford's program has long been known for. But while she had flashes of brilliance, her time at Stanford was also marked by adversity. A devastating knee injury during her junior year became a defining moment. For many athletes, such an injury can feel like an ending. The physical pain, the long recovery process, the mental toll of being sidelined, it all combined to create one of the hardest periods of her life. But rather than allowing that moment to break her, Carrington used it to build herself anew. The rehab process was grueling, filled with moments of frustration and doubt, yet she never stopped. Day after day, she fought her way back, rediscovering her strength and resilience. That experience planted in her a new kind of toughness, one not born simply from competition but from perseverance. After 4 years at Stanford, Carrington made a bold decision to transfer to Baylor University for her graduate season. For her, it was about seeking a fresh start, about pushing herself into a new environment where she could grow further. At Baylor, she brought her trademark intensity, proving her ability to adapt to new systems and teammates. The Bears valued her energy, her defensive tenacity, and her ability to deliver in clutch situations. In many ways, her season at Baylor reaffirmed what many already knew, that Carrington was more than just a talented player. She was a fighter, a leader, and someone who could elevate a team. When the 2021 WNBA draft arrived, Carrington heard her name called in the second round by the Connecticut Sun. Some players might have felt slighted by not being taken earlier, but for her, it was motivation. She knew she had what it took to succeed in the league, and she was determined to prove it. Connecticut became the perfect fit. The Sun are a franchise built on toughness, defense, and collective effort, all qualities Carrington embodied. Her rookie season showcased her hunger. Coming off the bench, she provided sparks of energy, defensive pressure, and fearless scoring when called upon. She played with the kind of edge that fans immediately gravitated toward. Carrington wasn't content to simply be on a roster. She wanted to make an impact. Her hustle plays, her willingness to guard anyone, and her ability to shift momentum with her energy earned her respect from teammates, coaches, and opponents alike. By her second and third seasons, Carrington's growth was undeniable. She became a vital piece of Connecticut's rotation, trusted in big moments and valued for her versatility. She could guard multiple positions, crash the boards, and provide instant offense. Her presence was a reminder that the WNBA is about more than just stars. It's about role players who embrace their jobs, sacrifice for the team, and do the gritty work that leads to wins. Carrington's tenacity and fearlessness made her invaluable. But beyond her contributions on the court, Dijonai Carrington has also become a figure of inspiration off it. She carries herself with authenticity, refusing to conform to stereotypes or expectations. She embraces her individuality, whether through her bold fashion, her hairstyles, or her openness in expressing who she is. She uses her platform to speak on issues that matter to her, including social justice, equality, and representation. In doing so, she has become more than just an athlete. She has become a role model for young fans who see in her the courage to be unapologetically themselves. Her authenticity also makes her relatable. In a league that continues to grow in visibility, players like Carrington represent the new wave, athletes who are not only competitors but also cultural figures. She bridges the gap between the court and the world beyond it, showing that athletes can influence both the game and society in meaningful ways. Her presence reminds us that representation matters, that individuality matters, and that sports can be a powerful platform for change. Carrington's story is still being written, but already it carries lessons worth reflecting on. It shows us that success is not defined by draft position or by avoiding obstacles. Success is defined by resilience, by perseverance, and by the refusal to be broken by setbacks. Her knee injury could have ended her dream, but instead, it strengthened her resolve. Her draft position could have discouraged her, but instead, it fueled her hunger. Each challenge became an opportunity, each obstacle became a stepping stone. Her career also demonstrates the value of versatility. In today's WNBA, the ability to impact the game in multiple ways is crucial, and Carrington embodies that. She is not defined by a single role. She can defend, score, rebound, and lead. She is the kind of player who adapts to whatever her team needs, and that adaptability ensures her lasting value in the league. Looking forward, there is no doubt that Carrington will continue to grow. Her ceiling is high, her hunger is real, and her foundation is unshakable. She has the tools, the mindset, and the heart to not only have a long career but to leave a lasting impact. Her journey has already inspired countless fans, and as she continues to evolve, her influence will only deepen. Ultimately, Dijonai Carrington's story is about more than basketball. It is about resilience in the face of adversity, about the courage to embrace individuality, and about the power of authenticity. It is about family legacy and personal ambition, about setbacks that turn into triumphs, and about the heart that drives greatness. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and career of Dijonai Carrington. Her path reminds us that resilience and authenticity can be just as powerful as talent and skill. If her story inspired you today, take a moment to show your support. Like this video, share it with those who love stories of perseverance and individuality, and subscribe so you never miss more journeys like hers. And before you go, let us know in the comments what part of Dijonai's journey resonated most with you. We'd love to hear your thoughts and celebrate her legacy together.